is counselling. This is therapy. Oh, dreamy start. That's what I hope for. Make a tree that you think summarises each other.
I think I've got it. Right chisel.
Really like the way the tables were made.
The workmanship on the foosball. Spin it. You can't spin.
Spin.
No,
No
you have to
spinning.
just whip. You have to do it all.
Just that whip, yeah.
Hello, welcome to the Process Podcast.
Powered by Even.
Today's guests are.
Hello everyone, I'm Josh.
And I'm Ollie.
And together we're Forge Creative.
So what we normally do is we start with like a little game of this or that.
Multiple choice.
Multiple
One
choice.
answer.
Simple. Don't think about it too much. But because there's two of you,
Yeah.
we thought we'd get you to do it at the same time, a bit like a Mr. and Mrs. just to see if you guys are in sync or
Right,
whether
see
you
if
shouldn't
we're
be together
compatible.
anymore. This is counselling. This is therapy. Mountains or forest? 3, 2, 1.
Mountains.
Oh, dreamy start. That's what I hope for. Okay. This is to do with making. So, tables or chairs? 3, 2, 1.
Tables.
Oh.
That was an easy one.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Didn't think that was coming, did you?
Yeah. This is unbelievable.
You're always out in the cold elements.
I would have thought you'd be at...
Winter,
I mean, you gotta
winter
get
for
out.
snowboarding.
all year round, but summer.
Can't beat summer.
Yeah.
Zach come up with this one, bit of a tongue twister. Ready? Hive for bees or little trees? Favourite to make.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wasn't just, it's a poem. Just wanted to just air my poem here. 3, 2, 1.
Little trees.
Oh!
It's like we
So we're going client brief or passion project.
Passion project.
Okay, that is a
that's
full
We
6 out of 6.
look at that.
Thanks so
thank
much
you.
for playing this and that.
We want to get to know you a little bit better. How did you get into what happened? What was the beginning? When did you first pick up a bit of wood, chop something, cut something, make a little tree?
I came out of sixth form college wanting to be a marine biologist, but spent 2 years
So
playing
far
table foosball.
Okay.
Got really good at that, which is great.
You got good reach. I can
Yeah.
imagine you being quite good at it.
Good flick as well.
Yeah. What's the rules with that?
Wrist
Where you
strength.
can't spin it. You can't spin.
Can't
and,
spin,
no,
no
you have to
spinning.
just whip. You have to do it all.
Just that whip, yeah.
Okay.
Wrist whip.
Yeah.
And then went and tried a carpentry and joinery course at Chichester College. Got on really well.
Where did
with
that come from, though? So you've gone from like, how did that? What
You
was
just
this
really like the way the
decision?
tables were made.
It was.
Yeah.
It
The
was.
workmanship on the foosball.
I had a cabin, like a glorified shed, in my parents' garden, where I had my first lathe, some really basic tools. Well, I was just having fun with it. I was just faffing about on the lathe, really, and had tons of little offcuts. So I just wanted something that I could make out of all of this spare wood. So that's where I kind of just started messing about with these little trees, because I love turning, but it certainly back then it was an old man's game. Yeah, started making these trees, and then in 2012 I got
Cool, and a nicer box as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
get that branding
I
out.
might
Go
actually get some
hand
photos.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
almost feels like your identity was so wrapped up in the trees, which is obviously now why you've created the Arboretum, which is like a separate sub-brand.
Yeah.
That kind of all the trees sit underneath. You said earlier that for your wedding gifts, you made a tree to sum up each guest.
Yeah.
I think we would love to today is to get you boys in there. That's the tree making room. I'm not keep pointing at Zach's face.
In it.
And make a tree. I don't know how long it takes, and then that you think summarises each other.
Yeah, great.
Nice.
Are you up for it?
Oh, definitely.
So we'll
Yeah,
go
that's
next
good.
door
Yeah.
and we'll make some flipping trees. You come up with the idea in your head already, or are you going to just do it as it goes?
I've got a rough plan.
I think I've got it.
Did that?
Come on then, boys. There it is!
Struggling to find the right chisel at the moment.
There it is. Oh, no, that's all right.
Show us your trees in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh!
Went early. Hey, nice. It was always going to be tall, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Josh, why does that make you think of Ollie?
Well, instantly I knew I was going to make it out of walnut because Ollie's a sucker for walnut. But I think shape-wise, I wanted to get some softness in there because Ollie's got quite a gentle spirit, I think. So, but then the rest of it's very crisp and considered, and I think that reflects Ollie's kind of character.
Very,
Very
very
considered.
nice.
Well done for listening to that, not crying.
Yeah, I've cried already. Ollie, tell us about that tall
yeah, I
beauty.
think
He's tall.
We all knew it was going to be tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this was just kind of what came into my head straight away when I thought of Josh as a tree. Clearly, it's tall, it's a majestic tree, but he's just like sitting there doing, just
Then what tree does?
calmly doing his thing.
What was that? What was that?
That's walnut as well. I just
Oh,
thought,
you guys just know each
something
other.
Sophisticated.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
what is that, 7 for 7 now? Isn't it?
Yeah. You boys happy with each other's representations of yourselves?
Yeah, I'm very happy
Great
with
job, boys. Good tree making. Nailed it. Foraging, you go out into the woods. Talk to me about going out into the woods and grabbing stuff and making stuff from it. Is that
That
glorified
was-
concept, or is that true?
That
it. No, that was true at the start,
at
wasn't
the
it?
very start.
Yeah.
Just
I
couldn't afford
definitely
materials.
remember occasions where Josh would be like, "Can you help me? I need come to these woods, and like I've seen a big lump of wood which I want, and I need a hand like lifting it out."
Is this even like legal, or can you do what you want with this stuff? Once it hits the ground, is it yours? No, it's not like a dead
Well,
animal.
There's
like
probably some rules around it, I reckon.
But
Yeah.
if you don't look
Grey
into it,
area.
yeah.
you're not
My
doing
eyes are
anything wrong.
closed.
Yeah.
I think at the time, like, youthful ignorance was bliss. I don't think we could really get away
And
with
we
a lot of
weren't
that
really
now.
a proper company by that point. This
Yeah.
was actually this was probably before we'd even.
Just a
Good
couple
save.
years.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
save. Probably like a few weeks before we
He's a
became a
pro.
company.
We were just always out in the woods, weren't
Yeah.
we? Like, either mountain biking or mountain boarding or just messing about, having a fire in the woods, whatever. So we were just always out there and just being nosy and like poking about where we maybe shouldn't have been. Well, that's not true.
Just being very
Backtrack that
simple.
one.
Yeah.
We weren't like trespassing or
Yeah.
anything, but I think just being outside, you notice things, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Every
That's
now
a
and
nice
again,
car.
we'd
Yeah.
find
Yeah. They've left their window open again.
find a brand new Merc, you
Yeah.
know, and just we'd
It's rude
take
not
it
to.
and make a table out of it. There'd be like old machinery that was left in the woods and had just gone all rusty, and so you could grab like an old wheel or something like that, and kind of that would be the perfect tabletop or something
Yeah.
like that.
Mm.
Well, you found a rusty ring, didn't you? A
cartwheel, yeah.
cartwheel, and we came up with a table for it. And some guys.
That's what leads me on to this
some other
like this.
filmmakers,
You did a TV show. What was the TV show called?
Money
Much
for
to Get.
Nothing
Okay.
got in touch with us out of the blue, and I don't think they really realised our backstory.
Okay. Thieves.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did that happen? What was the situation? How did that come about?
I got a phone call out of the blue from the production company.
How?
Well,
Out of the blue? Because I didn't get the call. That's all I'm saying. They
That's
didn't
true.
ring me.
That's true. Another friend of ours, Ted Jeffries, another great maker. He got approached first from the guys, but for whatever reason he didn't want to do it. So he said, "Why don't you try Forge?" So yeah, then we just got this call, and it was a weird conversation because it was kind of like, "Would you like to be on TV?"
You're like, this has got to be a joke. This has
yeah,
got to be
and,
like a...
and I was like, "Of course," but didn't really put much
For
thought
what?
into it.
Yeah.
yeah. But then one of their producers came down and just gave us a little interview, just figured out whether we could actually do it, whether we
Okay, just make
crumple
even
or
on
not.
camera. Yeah. A practical interview or like a verbal interview because they want to know you can make stuff, or they didn't care about that. They wanted to see if you guys how you come off on camera.
I think it was more get a camera in our faces and see how we coped with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Screen
we
presence.
obviously did all right.
Yeah.
So
We were asking you earlier off camera about you say almost like trees is almost like 50% of what you do in terms of 50% of like what's going on with Forge.
yeah.
Like what's going on now?
So I guess the other side of the business is taking on commissions and kind of developing our range of products as well. So we'll kind of split our time between coming up with new ideas, and then clients will come to us with ideas about commissions. So
Yeah.
we'll be busy designing and making those.
So if they come to you and the idea is horrendous, what's the like balance of like, oh, we'll do that, or how much you put your own spin on it?
I think we've been quite lucky, really, haven't we?
Mm.
Client-wise, I think
I'll come back in a few weeks with a rock.
Yeah. Most of the time, I think people have quite a good sense of style, or at least that they marry in with our style quite nicely.
When you're working on a project, do you do some parts of it and you do some parts of
do
it?
you have like almost different steps that each of
Do you
you
have different roles?
prefer to work on?
Really?
Yeah.
No, not really. I guess these days we kind of take on projects ourselves, don't we? So
Yeah.
like this table, for instance, or if a job comes in, then whoever's kind of free at that time,
Okay.
we'll just take it on. Or
Yeah.
if it like suits somebody better, then we'll just
Yeah.
kind of figure out between us like who's better suited to this job.
Yeah.
And then we just crack on with it ourselves, really.
And then often I'll be coming to Josh saying like, "Oh, what do you think of
Yeah.
you know?" Because
That's what I was going to say in terms of like,
you know, I've learnt a lot working with Josh over the past 5 years, but obviously he still has a much greater depth of knowledge about furniture making.
yes, you boys are always good at, like we're saying, like pushing the boundaries or doing something slightly different. How will you almost like have an idea between you, or you see something that you like, or is there other inspiration that you find? So even like this table that is here, and you've got glass down the middle, and the cut of it, and the style of it. Where does that come from?
This is a funny one though, isn't it? Because we can't take any credit, and half the world can't take any credit for this table, because there's a guy called Greg Clarkson.
Okay.
Shout out to you wherever you are. But he came up with the original river table, he called it, which is like his glass sort of follows the natural edge of the timber.
Okay.
And they're amazing. They're beautiful tables, but he just hit the nail on the head with the design, and now the rest of the
Everyone
world is
copied
just
it.
copying
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Because you'll like set fire to wood, and then see what it looks like. You'll crack a cement table and put it back together. Like, it just all looks really cool.
Yeah.
Like,
So is that just ideas in the moment?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, should we drop this now? Or
Or
like
you-
with stuff
was it like-
how
or
do
was
you
it an
develop?
accident?
It was premeditated.
It was.
Yeah. So
Had you seen it? Have you seen it being done?
Well, I'd seen the technique kintsugi,
Okay.
where it's
I think I saw this before.
broken pottery
Yeah.
and then glued back together.
Yeah,
with,
okay.
And I just saw that, and I just thought, I think it was a black pot as well with the gold, and I just thought that really stands out so well. Like,
Yes.
what if that was a coffee table?
Yes.
And then like after that, it's like thinking, how, like you kind of think for a while, like would that actually work? Like how would it work? Like we found that you can dye concrete black, so we just thought, oh, we'll give it a go. Like we'll make a big black slab of concrete.
But I love the fact you've got
Smash
time, because they are the thing. They are like the flagship or stand-up bits that
Yeah.
make me like, what the heck is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of spike moments
I
when you're
think
like,
when-
what is that? It's wicked.
When one of us has an idea which like we both really like, then we're just like, okay, we have to make time to make this thing,
fulfill
because like we can't not
Yes.
let this thing happen.
Yeah. Don't ever lose that fire and the passion. It's really like super inspiring.
I would say, not to ask slick or anything, but it's sort of like your snippets, because that, or it certainly comes across as like that's just you going somewhere and having a lot of fun,
Yeah, I think that's
and like,
Yeah.
but that completely pushes your brand or your talent, whatever.
yeah.
But I reckon that's kind of like our version of that, because
I definitely see a similar like approach and like kind of the way that you guys do thing. It is just doing it basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the number one thing, not like thinking too much about it necessarily.
Future. What we come back here in 5 years, or it could be in a different place. What do you want to be doing? Projects you want to be working on? What would be the dream? Is this the two of you with extra people coming in, or do you want to build something like? Do you quite like it being the two of you?
I think we don't mind getting a bit more help if it means that it frees more of our time up to be doing more of the creative side
Yeah.
of it.
Mm.
Because there's a
Dropping
lot of
more
stuff
concrete.
in business that we didn't really want to
Yes,
get. I mean, but
but that's what I find more and more. People are
I
like,
was just thinking of accounting right then.
yeah, and you're like, I want to make furniture. I don't want to do books.
Yeah.
I don't want to like
yeah.
work out VAT
Yeah,
returns.
yeah.
You want to just like get on with what you want to do.
Exactly,
yeah.
So we normally do like a self-portrait. So you got 1 minute to draw yourself without looking what you're looking at.
This is going to go so
But I
bad.
think in this
who's
set-
the like kind of sketcher out of you two? I feel like at least one of you's got the.
Well,
It's one of us. It's not me.
What we're going to do is get you to draw each other.
Right.
So we're going to get pens, paper, set it up,
well,
and,
maybe it's
then,
not very
do
long.
and then see what happens. Up for it?
I'm up for it. Yeah.
let's do
Okay.
it.
let's do it.
Go.
Draw away, my friends. Coming up to halfway. Coming up. Oh, 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done, 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 done. Nice. Look at you boys.
I was really shocked with mine. It's like the best drawing I've ever done with this. No, that.
Thank you so much for having us in to see your ridiculous workshop, and so excited to see what you boys get up to in the future.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
No
been a
worries.
pleasure having you in.